These are some of my unpopular metal takes. Thinking for yourself is important, you know, but I find sometimes a metal community is a tribe and they say what they feel like they have to say or supposed to say, like, instead of just being real, I guess. You know, I don't give a shit. Never really was into Possessed, you know, because I heard Slayer first, Rain of Blood, I've said this before. And that set the tone and made it kind of obsolete and boring. You know, don't give a shit about Obituary. Don't give a shit about the first few deaths. The death albums that people don't like are the ones that I love. You know, Human, the drumming was sick. Sean Reinhart, Gene Hoglan on Individual Thought Patterns and Symbolic. That was awesome. That was a death I like. I don't care about the early stuff. Like, Scream Bloody Gore, the first death metal album, or is Possessed Seven Churches? It gives a shit. They're both fucking kind of whatever, you know? Big one in Europe, At the Gates, you know, Slaughter to the Soul or whatever it's called. Don't give a shit. You know, I remember when it came out and there was all the hype, I bought it and I listened to it for about 20 seconds. And I was in my phase of, like, if it doesn't have crazy drumming, I just don't give a shit at all about it. Sodom, Destruction, never really got into it. Don't give a shit. Don't give a shit about a lot of demos. I like demo music, but I'm so underground. Demos are always the best. I don't give a shit. A lot of people like Abominations of Desolation and Thy Kingdom Come, Morbid Angel demos. I prefer Altars of Madness. I like Domination and stuff, even on the albums, the true metalheads or morbid, I don't know, whatever, fucking. I hear that a lot, that Domination sucked. It was just, Domination fucking ruled. So, yeah, think for yourself. Cryptopsy, The Unspoken King. The music wasn't quite as chaotic as I wanted it to be, but I didn't give a shit that they tried clean singing with Matt, man, you know? I'm all for bands trying new shit and different shit, and if people don't like it, fuck whatever, man. Start your own band. That's the thing, most people I know that criticize other bands and shit, it's like, oh cool, let's hear your band. Oh, you don't have one? Yeah, well then shut the fuck up, you know? You're allowed to have your opinion, but, you know, opinions are like assholes. They're totally useless, so. Yeah, I don't know, I just, you know, again, my top favorite albums are like None So Vile, Macabre, Sinister Slaughter, Vader, De Profundis. You know, I like some of the ones that are on every list, like Cannibal, Tomb, and what else is always on every list? Yeah, I don't even know. I don't give a shit. Top 10 lists they're kind of, I know they're good for the algorithm. People like top 10 lists, but, you know, I'm 52. I really don't care what a bunch of 25-year-olds top 10 brutal death metal albums are. Like, it's cool you have your opinion, but kind of who gives a shit. I don't take that many musical recommendations because I'm never at a point where I'm like, boy, I'm bored. I got nothing cool to listen to. You know, like, it's cool to have your opinions, but it really, really doesn't fucking matter. Just like my opinion on this video about whatever doesn't matter. Just like what you like, do what you do, but you don't have to say Scream Bloody Gore is your favorite death album just because that's what you're supposed to say for the metal scene. Metal is supposed to be for thinking for yourself, and, you know, the fact I like Primus over Possessed. I've had some people, why you keep comparing Primus to Possessed? I'm not comparing them, it's just that Larry Lalonde quit Possessed and joined Primus on guitar. So that's why I bring that up. You didn't know that? You're kind of a fucking poser. But who cares? My opinion is just as shitty and as stupid as others, or pointless as other people's opinions. But, you know, yeah, you have to know your opinion doesn't mean much. You know, it's cool you're trying to figure out your place in the world and say what you say, but that shit's boring. There's nothing more boring than somebody where you know exactly what they're gonna say basically about everything. And yeah, it's just, like you said, Possessed, don't give a fuck. Early Death, don't give a fuck. Sodom, Destruction, don't give a fuck. You know, some demos, morbid demos are cool, but don't give a fuck. I prefer Altars of Madness all the way up through. I even like some of that techno album, you know, so whatever. Like what you like. It doesn't really matter what people think. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, I like some Slipknot songs. The Heretic Anthem, that's a killer fucking track. You know, I like Pantera, This Love, that's a killer fucking track. Don't really like Metallica, the Black Album, so that I agree with most underground dudes. But other than that, yeah, I smile a lot too. I'm happy. Fuck that, I'm so moody, Cavalt, black metal, fucking. Get the fuck out of here, you fucking loser. Go do some push-ups. Okay? Peace.